Hey everyone. So I've had something laid on my heart the last several days, and I've been avoiding doing a video because I hate videos. I hate hearing myself talk. I hate the sound of my voice. I don't like doing videos. But there was something that God had brought to my attention, and it's something that I guess has been kind of bothering me for a little while. Anyone who's close to me knows, I've had some really great men in my life, and my real dad was, he was really an amazing man, and he taught me a lot. He was always the outdoors type. He taught me how to be happy being simple. He taught me how to see the extraordinary in the ordinary. He really brought a lot of joy into my life. And my kids get to remember a lot of that as well. So, but he passed away in 2012, and I was lucky enough that Matt made it home so that I would have somebody there. I would have that support while I was going through that very difficult time. And he was diagnosed with cancer 2 years before, so it wasn't like it was unexpected. And he had time to make a video before he passed away. And in the video, something that was said that kind of bothered me. And a little background here, I've always felt a little guilty that I never got the chance to bring the word to my dad. I never got to show him the miracles that have been done in our life. I never got to show him God's love. So my dad didn't believe. He wasn't a believer, but he never let us know it. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know until after he passed away that he didn't believe in God. So it was a little bit difficult for me to process, but on the other hand, I was very, very grateful that he never pushed his beliefs or made fun of our beliefs, because my sister and I, went to church growing up. So he never once let us know that that's how he felt. And I'm grateful for that. But something he had said is that, in 100 years, no one will remember his name. Nobody will know who he is. Basically, we don't, leave an impact in this world. And you know what? As far as most stuff goes, yeah, people aren't going to remember you 100, 200 years down the road. They're not going to know your name. And there's a lot of people in history. There's a lot of people throughout our entire history that are noted. A lot of them in the Bible. A lot of them are leaders from all over the world. They're remembered for the great things that they did. This country, when it was being founded, the presidents that we've had throughout, when you ask people who their favorite president was, they're not generally going to say someone of today. You're talking back to George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, Teddy Roosevelt. There's a lot of great men to choose from. There are a lot of other great men in this country's history. There's Benjamin Franklin. There's a lot of people that are noted, and a lot of people that we remember. And I get that most of us are never going to have that kind of status. As far as the word, Billy Graham, you're not going to have people that are going to be remembered like these giants are. And I understand that, and I get that. But it doesn't make us any less small. It doesn't make us any more forgettable, because the things that we have to do, and I've come to terms with this. Oh, actually, I celebrate it. I'm not someone who's ever going to be in a podium, and I'm perfectly happy with that, because that's not my place. That's not my position. These great people that we can remember, they had to have people holding them up. They had to have people supporting them. They had to have people backing them and sharing their vision and being a part of the movements that they were doing. Without that, they wouldn't have been able to succeed in the things that they succeeded in. my grandmother, Minnie, in history itself, she's kind of a forgettable person within the family, not so much, but in the world. But when my cousin passed away, she would take her kids to church. And now I don't know what kind of impact that's going to have on them, and what that's going to have on their kids, and their futures. And I didn't get to know my grandma until I was older in my life, and it wasn't until then that she made an impact on me and the kind of person that she was and the kind of mistakes that she made, when she got to open up to me. And those are things that I'll never forget. These are the types of things that we get to pass on. No, my name in 100 years will probably not be remembered. No, it will not be on a monument. No, people will not speak about any great writings or anything that I did. And that's fine. I don't need to have that status. I don't need to have, most of us in this world will not. No matter how much good we do, no matter how brilliant we are, no matter what great strides we make, most of us are never going to have that. But yet, when we hear those words that we're not going to be remembered, it can kind of be a downer. And the truth is that what we do and what we leave in this world, how we leave people, that goes on. That lives on. The changes that we can make in people will affect their family, affect their children, and they will be able to pass that on. The kindness that we show to someone that might open another person up, that's going to be passed on. So while our name will never be written in a book, that's okay. Remember, what you do, good or bad, is going to have an impact on this world. It's going to have an impact on the people in it. And it can and will change people's lives. Every day we have an opportunity to just love on people, to just be what they need, to be an ear, to help them with gas, whatever is needed. You can make those changes. And the things that you teach your children, those will pass down. My children adored the kind of man that my father was. And I'm grateful to him for the things that he taught me. And I've got who I call my adopted dad, who has been a part of my life for 8 years now. And he's been an amazing, loving person to me, but he's also helped me to gain a backbone where I needed a backbone. And this is something that I will pass down. This is something that my kids will pass down. I've always felt conflicted when he said that. I get why he says that. That no one will remember us, but the things we do will live on. So think about how you do things. Think about how you treat people. Think about what you're teaching people. What impact are you leaving? What of yourself are you leaving in this world? How are you supporting those that need your support? Because without that, great men can't do great things. And while we are all great in our own way, God has a purpose for us. He has Mother Teresa. We will never forget the kind of person and the kind of love that she showed. And most of us will never be able to equal up to the kind of person that she was. But her heart will be remembered. And if for a generation our hearts can be remembered for the things that we've done and for the people that we sowed into, then I don't care if my name is ever wrote down in remembrance anywhere. Because I know the things that I pass on, the things that other people are going to take from me, are going to matter more than my name ever being mentioned anywhere. So I just wanted to leave you with that today. It was something that was put on my heart. God has a purpose for you. God has amazing things for you to do in other people, even if you never get the chance to see it. My grandmother didn't get to live to see what the impact that she might have had on my cousin's children, but she did it anyways. And I guarantee you that is something that they remember, and it's something that they will pass on. So our names might not be remembered, but how many are, and the things that they've done help shape who we are and how we think about things. A lot of people in history have for thousands and thousands of years, their names are remembered for the things that they've done, good or bad. Their names are remembered. So if you are going to be remembered, if your name is going to be remembered, if your name makes it down in a book somewhere, what's it going to say about you? And how will it affect people's hearts? So, God bless. Love y'all. Have a good day.